Hi, my name is Bonda and I'm back with FPL Context. Before we get started, kindly give a like and don't forget to subscribe for more FPL Context from Gogostyle. Today we take a look at my transfer tips for Game Week 4, starting with Chelsea. There are 4 players in total from Chelsea that I think you should look at. That is Raheem Sterling at £7.1 million. He is looking very good since the start of the season. He is like a sonic running past the defenders. He is one of the players I believe you should look at if you don't already own him on your team. Next is Ben Chilwell at £5.8 million. For a third game in a row, he is playing as a left wing, which is something very preferable for a defender in the Fantasy Premier League. I believe he is going to score more points in the next few games, and hopefully improve in deciding whether to shoot or pass when in the box. Going on to the third player I think you should look at is Nicholas Jackson at £7.1 million. He has finally put the ball in the net during Game Week 3, and I like to believe that there's many more to come from him. He is very good running with the ball, strong, looking to build a very good combination with Raheem Sterling. The boy got the potential. Lastly is the affordable defender Malo Gusto, now at £4.1 million. With Reece James currently injured, Malo Gusto looks very good at that right back position, and with the good fixtures on paper coming up, I believe these players from Chelsea can give you a great amount of points. Okay, let's move on to the second team which I believe you should consider their players in hopes of getting more points for Game Week 4, and that is Man City players. Although it's not always my preference to have Man City players on my FPL team because of the rotation and Pep Guardiola's tactics, but if you're looking to add players from Man City, here are players I think you should look at. First is Phil Foden at £7.6 million. Even though he didn't start the game during Game Week 3 due to illness, I like to believe he will start against Fulham, as he came on from the bench during Game Week 3, which may suggest he is ready for some action in Game Week 4. Another player is Julian Alvarez at £6.6 million. He has started 3 games in a row, and with the absence of Kevin De Bruyne, it looks like he will continue to get more minutes. Also during Game Week 3, while Foden was on the bench, he was the one on set pieces, which is a good thing for FPL managers. Well, before I go into the last player, I must state that I won't mention the goal machine in this video, even though in my honest opinion he is not looking good so far for a £14.0 million FPL player, but we are not there. The last player is Kyle Walker at £5.1 million. He is one Man City defender who has started all 3 games so far, so I believe he is the better pick from Man City defenders. But again, this is Pep Guardiola's Man City. You must be ready for anything at any point. Moving on into the third team I think you should consider their players for Game Week 4 is Tottenham Hotspur. I know the first player that comes in your mind is James Maddison. Yeah, at £7.7 million James Maddison has been very good with his new team. The good thing about him, most Spurs action pass through him. He is the key player at Spurs that is given a task to connect with the forward players, even though I think they haven't gelled well enough due to the Brazilian forward who has not chipped in. He is one player who looks lost in that Spurs team. But James Maddison is looking very good so far. Next player is Pedro Porro at £4.9 million. I think Ange Postecoglou prefers him over Emerson Royal because in Game Week 1 Emerson Royal started the game and played very well. He even scored a goal, but for the last 2 game weeks has been sidelined, and Pedro Porro is the one playing at that right back position. Last player I think you should consider is Guillermo Vicario at £5.0 million, but that's only if you're looking to play your wild card. I believe he is one of the goalkeepers that will collect a massive amount of points this season. Before moving on into the last team that is doing well so far, if you enjoyed this video, kindly hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more FPL context from Gogostyle. Help this channel reach its first 1,000 subscribers. Well, since we got that out of the way, the last team I believe you should consider their players for Game Week 4 is West Ham FC. My number 1 player is Michail Antonio at £6.0 million. Wow! What a striker! This man is going to chip in a massive amount of points this season with his quality. I would predict more than 100 FPL points for him this season. Strong, got the pace, and his finishing is top-notch. Another player that has been forgotten is Jared Bowen at £7.0 million. With that left foot of his, I believe he will collect a massive amount of points this season, and against Luton this coming game week 4, I believe he will offer some good returns. Well, that's it from me. Take care.